This is an exercise program for exercise 147 for Dr. Shorbeck's class. I am going to be the instructor. My name is Dylan. This is my client, and you are?
Riley.
Nice to meet you. So we're going to hop right into the warm-up with quad pulls. Let me show you a demo of what that looks like real fast. So you're just going to put your foot up and then pull your foot towards your back, and you'll feel the stretch in your quad if you want to do those. Good work. And on the way back, you're going to do hamstring scoops. So it's going to go down, scoop near your ankle. You should be feeling it in your hamstrings. There you go. Next one we're going to do is we're going to open the gate. So bring your knee up, bring it out, bring it out, and you're going to do that. Since we just opened the gate, now we got to close the gate. So starting out, bring it in. Starting out, bring it in. All right, and for the last warm-up exercise, to get the core involved, lunge with a little twist. Lunge with a little twist. There you go. So the first core exercise we're going to do is the stability ball pike up. Again, we don't have a stability ball, so we're just going to use the chair instead. So I'll have you get in front of it, lay down, yep. Kick your feet up onto the chair, very nice. And then essentially what you're going to do throughout this exercise is you're just going to slide your toes up the chair while bringing your butt high into the air. And then back down. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. Very good. We got about 5 more seconds left. All right, very good. So the next workout we're going to do is a transverse plane lunge, reach to ground with an overhead press. We're going to put our dumbbells over here. So essentially what you're going to do, you're going to stand and face the camera, reach back to a 90-degree angle, reach down with the weights, back up, press once you get to the starting position. I'm going to step a little closer so you don't hit the couch. There you go. Yep, and then make sure you press at the top. There you go. And then again. And then at the halfway point, we can have you go to the other side, which after this rep. All right, I'll try the other side. There you go. I'll have you do one more. Perfect. And for this next one, getting into the vertical pull, we're gonna have the bent over lat pull down. So we're gonna bring the resistance band out. We're gonna grab onto the handles. You're gonna have a slight bend in your knees, hinge at the hips, kind of sticking your butt out. And you're gonna, arms straight out at the beginning, and you're just gonna pull your elbows down to your sides. Should be feeling this in your lats and your back. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. And then actually I'm going to have you stand a little closer so you can be in the camera. There you go. Hinge up the hips, straight out. Perfect. Just like that. Want me to do one more? Very nice. All right. Moving on to a knee dominant exercise. There's the reverse lunge rack position. So you're gonna hold these with your elbows pointed straight out, and you're just going back into a reverse lunge and back up. Make sure you're keeping your elbows pointed forward. You can face the camera while you do these.
Is that okay?
Yep, that looks good. You want to just bring your foot back just a little bit more. Yep, there you go. We got about 5 more seconds left of this one. And the next one, we're going to go into a hip dominant, which is the TRX lunge. Actually, it's going to be the dumbbell Romanian deadlifts. So we're gonna do the dumbbell Romanian deadlifts. So we're gonna need these again. And pretty much, if you're gonna stand in front of the camera, so just a couple more feet forward. There you go. And you're gonna start standing position, weights on your thighs. And pretty much you're gonna have a slight bend in your knees again. You're just gonna slide the weights down your legs, hinging at the hips, sticking your butt out, and then back up. You should feel the pull in your hamstrings. There you go, straight up. One more. There you go. And then we're gonna go back to the anti-rotational core. We're gonna get you into the side plank so you can start laying down on your stomach. And you're pretty much just gonna rotate and yep, put all your weight on one elbow.
Can I rotate my arm in? Does that matter? You keep it straight.
I would rotate it, yeah, like where your knuckles are facing in front of you. So like you wanna have your arm there. If that's a comfy position to be in. Alright, and you're just gonna tilt your hips a little bit to the front to keep that anterior tilt. And you're just gonna hold this for 30 seconds. There you go, make sure you keep your balance. Doing good, just about 15 seconds left. Alright, and for the next one, we're gonna do a stability ball dumbbell fly. Again, bringing out the chair because we don't have a stability ball. Yep, grab the dumbbells. So you're gonna lean on the chair, yep, on your back. Make sure your arms have that range of motion outside the bar. Do you want the blanket on there?
No, I'm good.
Alright, you're gonna start with them straight up. And you're just gonna slightly bend your elbows, bringing them out to the side. Yep.
Okay.
And then straight back up again. There you go. And then once you get to the top, you can squeeze just a little bit. You should feel the tightness in your chest. There you go. About 10 more seconds of this. All right. Now you stand up. Move the chair out of the way, or move our stability ball out of the way. The next one we're gonna do, single arm sword draw. So you can put your hand on your hip for stability if you want. It'll be the same leg that's planted. You're gonna start with the weight near your hand that's on your hip. And you're just bringing it across your body and out. All while keeping your foot in the air the entire time. We're gonna do this for 30 seconds. And then up across your body diagonally and just straight out.
Straight out?
Yep, straight out. There you go. We're gonna do this for 30 seconds. Perfect. All right, and the next one we're gonna do for you is start with 2 dumbbells. This is gonna be a squat to overhead press, the knee dominant. So essentially what you're gonna do is just gonna get in a normal squatting stance. Feet shoulder width apart. You're gonna hold the dumbbells right about here. Squat with them down. And then on your way up, you're just gonna push them up. Shoulders. Yep, starting at your shoulders. You can go into a squatting position. There you go. There you go. We got about 10 more seconds left, and then this will conclude our workout. All right, and you're good.